Welcome to Seat Time, where we drink beer and talk about all the happenings with motorcycles.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 29 of Seat Time. I'm Jason Schmidt.
And I am Brian Pierce. Thank you very much for joining us here on the internet. We very much enjoy it. So we are bringing you episode 29. One of the bigger things that has gone on in our life is our little producer buddy, Jordan Hesse. He had to go under gallbladder removal. I think that's the official, what surgeons would say when they actually, write out their timesheet.
It's actually laparoscopic surgery.
So that's not official at all what I said, so just completely erase that from your memory. Jordan had some organ removed from his body that was messing with his drinking ability.
Jordan is used to having an organ removed from his body, but it's usually not the guy sober,
This is the best intro.
This was a Wednesday, not a Saturday.
So.
Yeah, that's right.
And he wasn't paid the typical $300 overhead.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jordan had his gallbladder removed in some form of official fashion. Apparently that was getting in the way of his drinking routine, and that thing had to go. But luckily enough, he's here with us. He's kicking, and his mom hung out with him for a week and took care of him. She let him suckle on the nip.
Not that at all. She just kind of cleaned the house and.
Oh, well,
That's a pretty awesome trade-off. I would
I know,
go through
I think
surgery
so.
if somebody came and cleaned the house.
My roommates came home today from work and they were like, "Hey, could we get a pool together to get your mom a nice bouquet of flowers or something?"
Or maybe to bring her in once a month.
She did the yard. She trimmed the hedges. She cleaned the house. She stocked the fridge. Like, she was awesome.
That's why I like it that my parents come into town too, so I understand.
Yeah, just absolutely.
See, yours are live in town, so you don't get the bask in that, because it's like they don't ever see you.
I'll get the occasional. Well, I'll get the kind of, I had to put it this way, the well visit where they want to. Hey, why don't you come over, or why don't we meet for dinner or something? So they make sure I haven't completely gone off the deep end.
I mean, look at you.
Yeah,
It's pretty bad.
I know. That they'll either do that one or the meet up somewhere around town. And, I was gonna run to the store, and then my mom will load me up with groceries. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, and
we're still just big children.
Oh yeah,
It doesn't actually ever change. You know that, right?
No.
I hope not.
I'm 147 years old, and yes, my mom feels the need to feed me from time to time.
The good thing is that if you took all of the glorious women that we saw this weekend on Saturday night, they would still not be 147 years old, because they were very young. We wound up... my Friday night was pretty uneventful, just had some fun hanging out, but then we got to hang out Saturday night. I think you wanted to go ahead and talk about this.
Yeah, we went to, it was our good buddy Sean,
Outcast!
His bachelor party. And so we went and we had a nice, sensible meal, and then we went
Had a really kick-ass burger joint, if you're looking for one, called Twisted Root.
Yep. No, quite all right. And then we went to a shoe show establishment.
I don't know what that means, but I know where we were.
And hung out there from about 9:30 in the evening till about 3:30, 3:45
a.m.
After Brian at 1 gives me a text message.
Was that early?
Yeah, it was like 1. Send me a text message. I'm all knocked up with pain pills, and you're like, "Hey, I'm at this place. This is going down. Should I leave?"
Whoa.
And I give you fantastic advice, just fantastic advice to say, "Hey, enjoy the evening. Call it a night. Sound pretty hammered." And he calls me a fag. Your text message says, "What a fag."
This is the worst advice ever.
So, yeah, because
It wasn't even like, "Hey, I'm like your really best friend" advice. That was like, I'm straight up your lawyer. I didn't say I was driving anywhere.
I didn't know you were driving. I was giving.
If I'm asking you those questions, be under the assumption I am not driving.
I know. Listen, I learned my lesson. Do your thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Sunday for me was interesting. I woke up on a couch next to Scratch. Mm-hmm. Not like physically, like 69 or nothing, but like he was on a couch in a living room of the same living room I was in, just on a different couch. And I was like, "Did your head hurt?" "Yeah." "Okay, mine does too." "Good."
Yeah, when I was leaving at 4:15, 4:30 in the morning from Plano to drive back to Dallas, I took it.
You realized 5 minutes into the drive that was a horrible idea?
No, I was fine at that point because I had shut it down, but I had looked at the two of you.
I didn't shut it down, apparently.
Yeah, I looked at the two of you and realized just what a heinous day Sunday was going to be.
I had to go cut the lawn at 11 a.m. and for 2 hours in 108-degree weather because of the fact that I knew I needed to sweat it out. So that's how bad it was. It was not good.
I imagine that was heinous.
Not
But
fun.
there were people also out struggling through the heat this weekend.
Let's bring it to what it is. Really, kids. They were kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. There were large fetuses on motorcycles
Yes.
in Tennessee, Hurricane Mills, Tennessee to be exact, at Loretta Lynn's.
Loretta Lynn.
And as I'm sure if you're any bit familiar with the motorcycle world, you know that there are about 1,000 races that go on out there over the course of the weekend.
Mini.
So we're just going to touch on a couple of points that really kind of seem like some of the more exciting, more eventful, races from the weekend. The one I was going to discuss was the 250A class, and it seemed like it was probably the best race over the weekend, and it was the last moto of the 250A class. Justin Bogle
Yeah, it is.
Justin Bogle brought it down to the last lap trying to catch Kyle Peters and make a pass, and he almost had it, but Peters held him off. And from what's been posted on the internet, obviously we were drinking in Dallas, so we weren't there. But what it said on the interwebs, Peters had a great hole shot and had to be proud of the racing from the weekend. And it'll be interesting to see the two of them at Unadilla this weekend.
Yeah, this coming weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought reading about this race was absolutely amazing. That the fact that Peters had such a good hole shot. Apparently, he's a very, very good hole shot master. And so they're wondering to see how if he's gonna be able to pull those off in the next couple rounds since he's doing the nationals. But sounds like Peters had a really big control of that race, that last moto. But then he started to tire, coming into lappers. Bogle was really trying to come in and get the win. And, well, it didn't happen. Peters came away, and they said that the intense last lap was just absolutely awesome. So we wanted to make sure we got their names out and talked about that a bit.
Absolutely.
And one of the other highlights points that I kind of thought was interesting from this weekend was what happened with Adam Cincerello. The kid's like 14 years old, and last year he was expected to clean both the Super Mini titles and didn't because of the fact that he just did not have very good racing. This year he did. He got the Super Mini 1 and 2. So the fact that he kind of, pulled it back together, came back out there, raced his butt off because, he left most of the field behind. He did have a couple bad motos in some of them, but even when he did have a wreck or two, he would get back up and he would just come back to the front. The kid on those little minis was just rocking it. He was riding really, really well. And he needed to do that after his bad performances. The cool thing that's even on top of that is the fact that he actually signed a 5-year deal with Mitch Payton from Pro Circuit. So, he's 14 right now, 5 years, he's going to be 19 years old, so he's going to be at least 2 years into his pro lights career with Pro Circuit Kawasaki. So, that's interesting. There's a lot to, he's got a 5-year deal. He could get hurt, he could hit puberty and not care. There's a lot of risk, I think, in signing somebody for that long, but Mitch Payton is known for picking people, and so
look at the history of that of that team.
They are dominating the 250F class right now in the nationals.
For a reason, and they have been the most dominant team for a reason.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. So you can't deny the fact that AC's got talent. Obviously he does. He's 14 years old, and I think it'd be great to see. Make it 5 years from now and see what's going to happen. And I think that there's going to be a lot to talk about to see if he's going to still be a lights rider at 19, if he's going to still be on a motorcycle. Maybe he's riding bulls. I don't know.
Sex change. Never can tell.
Jordan's already had his organ removed.
Yeah.
But that's 28, so he's got a while for that one.
Yeah.
Another 14 years.
I fucked this one up quick.
That'll work. That'll work.
Otherwise, there wasn't a whole lot going on this last weekend, so we're going to go ahead and look ahead to the things that are coming up. And the big thing that I know that I've been looking forward to greatly would be the next round of the Lucas Oil AMA Outdo.
Let's bring it back, baby! I'm very much looking forward to this as well. I think it's going to be nice.
Yeah, after the 3-week break, they'll be firing it up at Unadilla.
New Berlin, New York. I'm glad that we're going back to the East Coast. I think those tracks are fun. Unadilla is always a good one. So
yeah, with a 3-week break, it obviously, like we were talking about before the break, favored Reed with the bad string of luck he had been having.
Yes. He went from getting about 25, 22 points a moto, and the last 2, he got a 14 and an 18, and the one before that, when he had his bad wreck, he got 7.
Yeah.
So Reed has had very bad luck the past 3 races, the past 3 motos. So was this 3, how was this 3-week break for him? Was he just like 100% homework? Did he take a little bit of a break to get his body back in check? I think it's gonna be interesting to hear what he has to say, because I'm sure they're gonna ask the questions.
Yeah, I think his prep would have been both getting his head around it and getting the body back in check. Because I'm sure, you can't have 3 rough motos like that and that hellacious wreck without it all being inside your head. And granted, after that wreck, we all know how hard he pushed through to come back.
That he tried to fly.
Yeah, just proved what an utter badass he is. But, bing, bing. But it still, at the end of the day, that's a lot to get past, and you could tell those extra motos.
Yeah, he was beat up at the last round, so we'll see where it goes. With Chad Reed, we do know that Ryan Dungey has had the 2 past overalls, so is he going to come back after this 3-week break? He's a training maniac. He likes to push himself. So is Dungey going to come back, and actually be able to take a 3rd overall? I don't know. What do you think?
I think Dungey will roll out there just like he had the last few races. I think he's found his stride, and it didn't matter if they had a 3-week break or if they would have started racing the next Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think that Dungey is at a point where it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Villapoto's another story. I'm sure, it's not like he had any kind of slump going into it.
Yeah.
So.
No, he's only got the points lead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's, I'm sure Villapoto's just going to be rolling like normal. I think it really is going to come down to what Reed was able to make out of this break.
Yeah, I agree. That's actually a really good point, because we got Villapoto in the points lead. We got 1 point behind. We have Dungey, and then Chad Reed, a handful of points down now from that, somewhere just under the 20s. And it's interesting because of the fact that he was so dominant, but then he's had 3 bad motos, and in one of those was horrible, just with the wreck, and able to keep going. So, obviously, I think that just like with that, probably going to be most beneficial for Reed. Reed's going to come out swinging. He might swim, too. I don't know if it could rain. But he's got to win, and I think the same thing for, I like your comment, because Dungey always does the same thing. He rides well, does it consistently. Villapoto and Reed are the 2 that are going to be really looking to push and really looking for a win.
Come on, Reed. Come on.
So,
I've loved this year how dominant he had been, and I hope he can finish it up that way.
I think it'd be pretty nice.
Well, on the local front, we have some craziness going on, as there will be a torn race at Trophy Club. Sweet holy hell.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. For those of you who do not know, it's been, 40 days?
No, it's been like 36 or 37 straight days over 100 degrees.
Triple digits in the area.
Yeah, and that's not going to stop anytime soon.
Absolutely
So
not.
we're going to break the
And we haven't had moisture
DFW.
in...
Oh, hell no. No, we haven't...
Shit fire years.
Yeah, we haven't... the longest streak like this was, I think, 40 or 41 days in 1980. We are going to slaughter that record. And,
Dead.
yeah, triple hard. And that track, I love going out to Trophy Club. It's one of my my weeknights if I'm going to sneak out after work, maybe break out of there a little bit early and go ride. Me and some friends go hit Trophy Club because we can get there pretty quick after leaving the office, things like that. I rode there a month ago. It was hotter than hell, and without any moisture, that place was a dust bowl. With cross-country racing going on out there, there's going to be a cloud of dust that shuts down 114 and kills 27 people.
It's going to be interesting, man.
It's going to be unholy. There were 3 of us out there riding the last time about a month ago, and we were dropping back and separating out from each other so bad because you either had to be on the other person's swing arm or another zip code back because the dust was so bad you couldn't see a damn thing.
Check it out. You're in Trophy Club? I'm in Grapevine.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. Yeah, I'm going to stop by Texas Motor Speedway real quick, go hit up Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Maybe
and
the
wait
dust
for
will
you
settle.
to move a little. So, Torn's coming back, and I don't think we're going to have Torx or TCCRA until September, which is probably smart, but they're pretty much saying that we're not going to have rain or under triple digits until probably close to September, so there's a good chance it's going to be just absolutely insane regardless of when they start racing. So good luck to everybody this weekend. If we could say anything, drink water. Just it's gonna be hot, dusty, and hot. So there's really no easy way to put it.
Start hydrate, and that's the thing is, don't show up that morning and go do a practice lap, then drink water. You need to be drinking water, Gatorade, all of the above.
Now.
Yeah.
Now.
For a week leading up to it.
I think Jordan's gonna drink water for you. I mean, not right now because he's drinking beer. But
yeah.
After that,
you're gonna drop if you don't.
Yeah. So I was actually planning on going out to the race. I am not going to be going out to the race. It turns out that I have a couple cysts in my ankle that formed from a post-ankle injury that I had. Probably while riding motorcycles, but since I'm pretty hardcore, it could have been one of the other crazy, stupid things that I've done in my life. But regardless, so on Friday morning, I am going to have ankle surgery where they're going to go in and debris all the broken cartilage and stuff that's in there, and then I'll have a second surgery in a handful of weeks to then drain the cysts and actually fill them with bone filler. So I am unfortunately not going to be able to ride for probably the next 3 months, and then hopefully be recovered in about 4 or 5, so just enough time to start off the new year. So that's what's happening for me on Friday. We're hoping that I'll be just drugged up enough, but still in not enough pain, that on Monday we can actually still record a show and just see how awesome we can make it.
Should be interesting, to say the least.
Nothing.
Brian and I will pass pain pills around to everybody involved.
Yeah, I won't pass anything except awesomeness.
Yeah.
Pain pills.
No.
Yes.
I'm gonna be feeling very odd. And, Jordan was the trendsetter. I'm worried now.
I'm on an opiate and I have an erection. This is awkward.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm actually going riding tomorrow.
Isn't
now
this supposed to
now
thin
I'm worried
my blood?
I'm worried I'm gonna join the club here.
Don't
no,
do it, man.
no, I've had enough
Enough
surgeries
pain.
to last
Enough
me for a while.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, but
Yeah,
we'll let you guys know next Monday, hopefully, how my surgery goes.
Yeah,
I'll be in a cast. Who
well-
wants to sign that bitch?
And if you want to find out about things like that, you need to go check out our site. It is seattime.co. Also, check us out on Facebook with our official Facebook URL.
Which is facebook.com/seattime.
Yep. Or follow us on Twitter, which is.
seattime_CO.
And another option to look for is that, you know what, we might not have them now just because you can't class it up any more than a Mickey's hand grenade.
Nope, or whatever the heck this is.
Yeah. But you really, really need to partake in one of our awesome Seat Time pint glasses.
Yep, seattime.bigcartel.com is where you can go to purchase one of our pint glasses. They actually had a couple things like some stickers and some shirts in the works. Mentally, mind you. Ooh, excuse me on that burp. That was just ridiculous. So hopefully while I'm laid up on the couch and maybe, drugged up just for a little bit of fun, I can come up with something that's a little quirky, a little bit interesting, and we'll make a couple shirts and talk about your mom. I don't know, whatever.
The usual.
Yeah, or at least Jordan's mom, if nothing else.
Nope.
Yep, just I and me.
No.
Yeah. I think she's pretty cool.
Oh, I think she's
I
cool.
love Anne.
I know, I love Anne too. Anne is a saint.
I thought you were going to say sexy, but whatever.
No.
You were like tap dancing on the line.
Do I ever do anything different?
When is he not?
Yeah. All right, y'all. But thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next go around. Hopefully, we will all be in one piece and functioning.
Yeah.
But regardless, we will be here, and we will share with you a pint full of awesome.
Love you. Mine's bigger than yours.
For once.
God dang it, I hate it when you tell the truth.
I had the most jacked up moment where it felt like I had like.
Come and do it.
Nope. Hey everyone, welcome to See my motherfucker. I was so thrown off by hitting you and then trying to look up quick. Alright.
That's what she said.
Meow. Jordan, we don't know how to tell you this. You're a MILF.
Make Sam Reynolds proud.
We'll get it. Hold
Oh.
Alright.
He
I'm
would be
so
double
happy.
fisting Crown while using his mouth to chug the Mickeys.
I don't care if he shoved a meerkat up his ass. It doesn't matter. I'm me.